Hey, hello, how do you do? Shady Doorags here. A while back, I made a video on the then new show Tuca and Bertie. Long story short, I believed it to be a good show, albeit not one for me, but I felt one major aspect that was holding it back was its unwillingness to portray certain perspectives that disagreed with it. Not that this was a problem to the story in any way, but the show would only attract those that already agreed with its messages. It was essentially preaching to the choir, and doing that limits the audience that's going to find your product attractive. I got a lot of backlash from this. To this day, it is my most disliked video. Probably had something to do with the fact that the perspective I wanted the show to explore were those of sexual harassers. I don't know. I've done multiple response videos on why I still stand by the opinions I made here, essentially putting my money where my mouth is and listening to the people who disagree with me. And today, I'm going to do something similar. I don't agree with the Tuca and Bertie fanbase, but that doesn't mean that they shouldn't be heard nor that their perspective shouldn't be considered. And I think I've got a way to help with that. A few months ago, I was contacted by the user SerpentMythos, whom you might recognize from Just a Robot's channel. She is very passionate about the show and was devastated when she heard it was cancelled. She contacted me hoping that, given my reputation with BoJack Horseman, I'd be able to share her passions with the world with my analysis and opinions. Sadly, it is very difficult for me to talk about a show without throwing my own opinions in there. But I decided on another course of action. Instead of my words, let's listen to hers. So, without further ado, here's what Tuca and Bertie means to someone from the other side of the argument.
Hi there, everyone. For those of you who don't know who I am, I'm Just a Robot's girlfriend, SerpentMythos. I'm not adding any of my usual mystical effects to my audio because, I feel very strongly about what Shady and I are discussing today. Words cannot even begin to describe the sadness I feel surrounding the facts that one of my favorite shows on Netflix, Tuca and Bertie, was not renewed for a second season. The announcement was delivered in late July 2019. I felt my heart drop to see such a critically acclaimed show practically shot down in its prime. From the minds behind another hit Netflix original show, BoJack Horseman, Tuca and Bertie was a wacky and whimsical, yet surprisingly deep and relatable show, following the stories of two best friends, Tuca and Bertie. Like BoJack Horseman, Tuca and Bertie tackles a lot of heavy subjects in its script, like those of depression, anxiety, past traumas, etc. But I think the difference between the two shows is while BoJack Horseman shows mostly the negative aspects of these difficult issues, Tuca and Bertie portrays the more positive ones, showing that with help and a lot of support from those you care about, recovery from things like mental health issues is possible.
Berticia, you're a queen. I'm so proud of you.
I've been so ashamed the last couple days, but right now, I feel strong.
The show didn't just stop there, though. In this day and age, I always feel like there's never enough positive representation of the LGBT community. Sure, there are some like the movie Love, Simon and Steven Universe, but all in all, it's more common to see LGBT characters killed off or somehow portrayed negatively. In Tuca and Bertie, there's almost no negativity behind the portrayal of Bertie's swim coach, Meredith Maple. Meredith is married to a currently unnamed white barn owl woman, the two having fallen in love and marrying after Meredith's late husband passed away. Though their time on the show was relatively brief, what is made clear is that the two share a happy, loving, mutually supportive relationship, with both ladies taking on a motherly tone and concern, with both Tuca and Bertie during their stay at the Jelly Lakes.
She's swimming to it. Bertie, Bert, Jelly.
Without a follow, team? Without breakfast? Come on, birds, we gotta hustle.
I also like how the writers chose to incorporate Meredith and her wife's sexualities into it all. Their sexualities are not the defining traits or main focuses of who they are as characters. It's merely an addition to who they are, which in my personal opinion is an ideal portrayal of an LGBT relationship in media, rather than characters only being known for their sexualities and nothing else.
This is lovely. I should make an egg of this moment. Just kidding. I already did.
Tuca and Bertie tackles all these issues and more, but what sets this show apart is how they choose to do it. The writers of the show made the characters so relatable, it really struck a chord with me. Tuca is shown several times to have anxiety surrounding her family, and possibly losing them because of her own self-consciousness and poor choices in life.
Everyone is gonna leave you in the end. You can't depend on anyone, you know? They're all gonna leave you!
But unlike BoJack Horseman, this misery is actually dealt with in a healthy fashion. Tuca takes steps to better herself, like kicking her alcoholic habits from college, and seeking help from others like Draca when she and Bertie's friendship is on the rocks. Bertie is also shown to have anxiety, though hers is far more severe and more easily triggered than Tuca's. It's so bad to the point in which Bertie sometimes can't even bring herself to leave her apartment, or will actively avoid the cause of said anxiety, even if that cause is someone who's close to her, like her boyfriend Speckle.
You can't do this! You can't just disappear and not talk to me for days!
In conclusion, the show Tuca and Bertie tackles trauma in a very real, relatable, nitty-gritty fashion, and rarely ever sugarcoats or beats around the bush. Issues are never romanticized for the sake of lessening the blow, so to speak. The audience is truly able to feel what the characters in the show are feeling. The love, the anguish, the joy, the anxiety, everything. I have never seen a show that has tackled difficult issues so rawly, but elegantly, as Tuca and Bertie. And I sincerely hope that Netflix reconsiders their decision to not renew this fantastic show for a second season. This show encompasses everything I like to see in an adult cartoon, and I'm sure fans of the show agree. A very big thank you to Shady Doorags for collaborating with me on this. This is my first collab off of Jar's channel, and I hope you all enjoy yourselves. Fare thee well!